Hey everyone, I've got something really good for you today, okay? I want you to watch it all the way through, and I want you to subscribe and give me a thumbs up and leave comments. Let's go. Confidence. Confidence in yourself. What is it? And I'm going to talk about all that this entails.
Shut them up and shine.
Well, I made you coffee. We're going to have a little chat, okay? Here you go. We're going to have a relaxing chat. Let's do it. Cheers. Haven't done this in a while.
Confidence isn't about perfection. It's about being unapologetically yourself in a world full of opinions.
The confidence. Confidence is being unapologetically yourself. Being authentic. Here's my advice for all of you. Don't wait. Don't wait for permission to live your life the way you want to. And I will mention that when people criticize you, ooh, somebody's driving their car really close. What are they doing? I've got a window to the world here.
They may attack you, criticize you, but their words are just reflections of their own limitations. Let their judgments be your fuel, not your cage.
When people criticize you, it's really a reflection of who they are. It really is. Criticism and attack, some of them are just out and out attacks. And I experienced that not too long ago. They just attack you. It's the herd mentality. They attack you, but it's really a reflection on who they are. It really is. And this isn't just a cliche or cute little words or whatever, a deflection. No, it is all about who these people are. So do not wait for permission to do what you want to do. What do you want to do? Where is your skill factor? And I don't care how old you are. I know a lot of my demographic that watch me, they're older. They're senior citizens. Not all, but the bulk of you are. You're senior citizens. Is your life over? No. I was talking to my friend, and he mentioned how, he's a senior citizen himself. And he mentioned how so many people that are our age, they're like done with life. I am just getting started personally. I'm writing books and I'm getting ready for so many new projects. I find life so interesting because I'm curious. I've got so many things going on, and I really do feel like this is my time. I'm on fire, everybody. This is my time. So when I get the criticism and I get the rude critiques about my looks, my hair, things like that, actually those bumps, they really do build me up. They have the opposite effect on me. I'm like, well, really? At first, yeah, it's hurtful. But with not even in 24 hours, I'm like, let's go. Let's make it really happen. I am going to go so far with everything that I do. And I want you to do it too. Yeah. Don't be afraid and don't wait for permission. Go for what you want to go for. I mean it. I really want you to do it. Now, when sometimes I think, well, when I get criticism about my channel or how I do things or my titles or whatever, in my mind, seriously, what I think is, well, why don't you start a channel?
It's easy to tell others what they should do when you're standing on the sidelines. But when you get in the game, you realize the game is a whole lot more demanding.
And then you can dictate all of that. You have total control over it. Have fun with it. I really encourage anybody to do it. Have fun with it. Learn about it, because I'm telling you, it is a school of hard knocks. It really is. Now, many of you are very social. You're very involved socially, and that can be cool. You can have your goals centered around a social life, maybe in a club, where you're learning new things. You go to class and you're socializing while you have your projects going on. My projects involve being more isolated, and that's really where I enjoy it. because it helps me to create more. So I'm really in isolation. I'm not really out doing a lot of things with other people. I didn't even go to courtside again this year, which I'm kind of glad. I mean, I've already done the courtside thing. And in some respects, I don't even feel like, I mean, this is going to sound weird, but I don't really feel like I'm in the nomad community per se. And why is that? You know why it is? Because this is what I'm talking about. I dare to be different. I'm daring to do the YouTube channel differently. Sure, I live in my minivan, but that doesn't mean that I only hang around with nomad people, you know? And that doesn't mean that I only talk about van life. Oh, van life this and van life that. No, I like to incorporate it in to what I'm talking about. But that doesn't mean that I'm always going to talk about the van life, you know, like what I got going on in here and what's in here. And this is how I do this. No, and today I'm talking about confidence. And I think that reaches every avenue of life and every avenue of every age. If you're older and you're a senior citizen, no matter what age you are, 65, 75, 85, 95 even, you need to live your life authentically, and you need to have yourself some projects, and you need to do it the way you want to do it. Dare to be different. And I'm going to encourage you to get rid of the herd mentality. You don't have to do everything the way they do it. Okay? What's popular right now, that doesn't mean you have to do it. You know, in a way, I kind of think of the people who are in herd mentality is they're still in high school. I got rid of that. I think by 8th grade, I was like, nah, I want to do things my way. Because I think being me is more important than living the way other people want to live.
When the world tells you you can't, you show them that you will. Confidence is built by stepping out of the shadows of doubt.
Life will throw you curveballs. Yeah. I've had so many curveballs thrown at me throughout my entire life. Yes. And, but you know what? It's those curveballs that build your character. Really, seriously, the more that you have to overcome, the stronger you're going to be. If you have to keep lifting up the weights and lifting up the weights, lifting up the boxes, lifting up other people, lifting up your children, and doing it in the face of great adversity, you almost kind of look and go, whoa, I got some muscles going on here, don't I? So don't be afraid of adversity. Don't be afraid of criticism. Don't be afraid of the bumps in the road. Don't be afraid of criticism. And please, I say it again and again, don't wait for permission to be who you are and how you want to live your life. This is your life. You know, we only get one of them. I know some people think different, but I believe we only have one of them. And I'm going to say that my life has gone so quickly. I can remember being in 7th grade. I can remember being 20. I can remember my first child being born. I can remember raising them up and me being a younger mother. I can remember all of that. And here I am. I'm going to start saying 72 because it's only a month away. I can remember being that age, and now I'm 72. 72. Well, I really don't think it's that old. I got so much going on around me that I'm at the park, and I'm telling you, it is busy out here. Wow. It's so busy. There's just people everywhere. But yeah, I would say 72 is not that old. Not anymore. It's really not. I don't have to. I had somebody say,
True confidence isn't about silencing your critics. It's about turning down the volume on their voices so you can hear your own.
you need to act your age. You're trying to act so young and you're old. You're an old woman. Yeah. Oh, I got so many of them. Yeah. I don't think I'm old at all. I mean, what? Let's say it again, okay? Let's all say it together. What you hold in your head, you're going to hold in your hand. If you feel old, oh, you're going to be old. If you feel like, well, I probably won't live that much longer because I'm in my 70s, well, that's what's going to happen, right? Yeah, no, I feel young and I've got so much ahead of me. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I literally have so many projects going on. What are your projects? What have you been doing lately? What is your what are your goals every day? Is it just to get up and, well, we do love our coffee and tea, don't we? I mean, is that what we want to do? And then we can maybe watch TV. And if I don't have okay, I consider this is a given. Talking to you is a given. I don't even consider that a project anymore. This is part of my life. You guys are my friends. This is my life. But I have what I consider projects going on. And what I see is I have 2 projects going on besides my life here. Yeah. I have 2 projects going on at any given moment. Yeah. So basically, I'm a busy girl. Here's some other advice. When people come at you, and they will, and they do, especially women on women, it's horrible. Some of the bullies that these women are. And I love it when they're behind their screens and they're just typing away. Yeah, typing away. Oh, this and that and that. In all actuality, what they're typing is really about them. It's not about you. When they're behind their screens doing that and being negative and being rude or being just really downright vicious, it's really about them. It really is. So you got to keep going, everybody. You got to have the confidence in yourself that you're going to make it. And those bumpy roads, all of those things coming at you, that's what builds character. That's what builds success. I don't really know why. I've never studied this. Why does one person with the same adversity growing up, why does one person move forward and the other person moves backwards? I don't know that. I've never studied it. But I think I've got a good handle on human behavior, behavioral psychology. And I do believe that it has a lot to do with personality and character. Yeah. That drive inside of you. Yeah. Certain people have a different drive. Now, some people are born with more confidence than others. They really are. But confidence can be learned. How do you gain confidence? By learning through your mistakes, by failing. Through failing, then you get up and you do it again. Then you get up and do it again. It's by all those bumps that you have to go through. There's where your confidence is gained. You dared to be different. You dared to step out of the herd. If you're still in the herd, oh my gosh, you're getting all of your important feelings. Well, I'm part of this group and I'm loved by them. But you're in like a think tank. You're all thinking the same. You're not thinking differently. It's only through thinking authentically that you're going to move forward. And there's nothing wrong with, if you have your best girlfriend or in a family, there's nothing wrong with you all kind of thinking about things the same, saying, yeah, well, we believe in, this is what we believe in. This is what we think. And it does create some harmony. But on a larger scale, for me, for moi, I like to think different. I like to dare to be different. I do dare to be different. I'm sure there's somebody out there that's just like me, but I'm very unique, and I think you are too, unless you want to think like everybody else. Yeah. If you dare to be different, your uniqueness is really going to start developing. Who are you? Yeah, who are you? That's where inventions are created. New ideas are formed. Yeah, that everybody in the world can enjoy those things that you create. But if you're just thinking like everybody else, going with the status quo,
you've got every right to protect your space from hate while still encouraging positive interaction.
Following everybody down the road, beating other people over the head. No. That's evil. That's just downright evil. So I hope this helped you out. Now, I do have a book. I really do. And I've been thinking about this so much. You know why I wrote the book, Confidence? Is because I've talked about this over the past 6 years. I've done a lot of coffee chats with y'all, and I've talked about this. I do keep notes on my cards. Yeah. Index cards. I like to get them big. I like this size so I can write on them. Yeah. So, and I keep them. And I go over them every once in a while. I kind of have a little bit of a file system with them. I have a little stapler I carry with me. It's only about that big because I live in my van, right? And I staple them together that I made my notes so I can go over them. I kept them and I thought, I am going to expound on these ideas that I've already talked about, and I wrote it. I think confidence is so important. I don't care how old you are. If you're 85, don't you need confidence? Otherwise, you're just going to stay in your house and you're not going to go out. Or you think, well, I'm old, so nobody really cares what I have to say. I care. I care what you have to say, as long as it's in a positive manner. If you're going to be negative, no, I really don't want to know what you have to say. If you let the old in, I really don't want to know. And then when I say that, I think it was a phrase from a movie, don't let the old in. Well, don't let the old in. So people that say, you're old, well, I'm mature. I've learned a lot in life. I've been through a lot of things in life, but I will mention to anybody, the 70s, oh my gosh, they're the bomb. I love being my age. I love it. As long as you stay curious about things. So I wrote the book, Confidence. Here's the key. Take it. Take the key. It's on Amazon. Just type in Minivan Lee on Amazon and I will come up. All of my books will come up. I have quite a few now. And a lot of them were written. Well, let me explain the books. A lot of them were written. There's another car over here catching my attention. A lot of them were already half written. In fact, the one, Ready to Roll, I was writing that the last summer, like a few months before I broke up with Paul. Yeah, I was already writing that. I would go in and I would write. I would go to one of the, a different place and I could plug in my laptop and I was just writing away. So I already had that. I just needed to finish it. And of course, the second edition of How to Live in a Minivan, the Minivan Leeway, that didn't take too long. I mean, it took time to do, like, put my thoughts down, like, well, what's new? It's the second edition. Everything is updated on that, right? And then, of course, my memoir, that was like 3/4 written already. It really was. And let's see, what's another one? Oh, the guy in the orange tent, that was in my head. That was in my head for 4 or 5 years now. Who was that guy in that orange tent that we kept seeing? Jack and I would walk past and go, what's his story? He's always in the orange tent. He's always there, and he's inside the tent, even when he should have been outside because it was really hot outside. And let's see, what other book did I write that was like, A Simple Christian Life. That came from the heart. That came from God. That came from the heart. And I just wanted to get some thoughts down on how I live. It's very simple Christian life. Trying to make Christianity a little bit more simple, not so darn complicated all the time. So yeah, a lot of these books were already written and I'm just still going strong. Right now, I'm about 2/3 completed with another van life thriller. It's a good one. Oh my gosh. I'm having a good time with it. So you can see I'm really busy. So anyone, I know that you encourage me. You're my friends. 98% of you encourage me. But every once in a while, I get a pack that's like a pack mentality, the herd mentality, and they just want to attack. They didn't like what I said. They didn't like what I presented, and they want to attack me. They want to put their reflections of who they are onto me. Well, yeah. So a lot of people think, well, we really hurt her, didn't we? Well, it did sting when you go after my looks. I'm a female, hello. But here's the thing. I'm so busy. It really okay, let's move on. I got things to do. I got these projects going on. And I want you to have your own projects. What projects do you want to have going on? What do you want to do? Do you want to start a YouTube channel? I really recommend it. Try it and see what it's like. You might be successful. But in anything, through it, you're going to learn. You're going to learn what it takes, what it entails. And if anything else, it might teach you to back off from other YouTubers because it's not that easy. It really isn't. And it takes years to really get good at it. Some people are instant success. It's like, a shooting star, yeah. But nowadays, it can be hard. I've heard there are like 1 million new YouTube channels created, new accounts created almost every day. Oh my gosh, I know. So, did this help? Let me know in comments if this helped. Thank you for watching it all the way through. And please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. I got minivanlee.com. If you want to support me, click on gifts. I get 100% of everything. It's safe, secure, and it really does help me if you like what you see, and it keeps me going, okay? Let's see, what else? I think that's it. I do like your comments. I really do. I would appreciate them if they're a little bit more in the positive, because I like positive people. If you want me to like you, I would prefer them to be positive, okay? Does that make sense? Okay. Bye, everybody. I love you so much. Mwah. Love you. Bye. Be confident. What you hold in your head, you're going to hold in your hand, okay? And good things are coming your way. Look in the mirror and say that. Even if you're a negative person or you're herd mentality, mob mentality, if you start saying that, I bet that things are going to turn around. You can turn things around. Bye, everybody. Mwah.